Hey, this is Jason with ithinktank.us. I'm going to show you how to make Zuppa Toscanna. So, what you're going to need are some potatoes, your onions. I got red onions, yellow onions, and green onions. I like using all of them. You need to get some minced garlic, a sausage, some ham, and then you also are going to need some cream cheese. You're going to want to use the whole thing. That's an 8 ounce. Some chicken broth. Then we got kidney beans, pinto beans, and sweet corn. Alright, and then what you're going to want to do is dice it up, throw it in a pot. Alright, yeah, so just get you a nice big pot and go ahead and pour your chicken broth in it. Both of them. Along with the entire stick of cream cheese. You may or might not make it the same way I do, but that's what I do, and it's good. Alright, and then go ahead and just turn that on so it can start kind of cooking. You want to cook it slow so it doesn't get the cheese all gross in there. Alright, next you just want to dice everything up, and then so we can throw it in to our broth. Alright, after you get that diced, I also like to use garlic salt and some of this. This is good stuff. This is pretty good too. So, anyway, we'll throw that all in there as well. Go. So, we went ahead and threw all the onions in there so we can kind of get that flavor in there as well. You're going to notice that it's a little curdled. That's normal. Don't worry about that. So I like to go ahead and throw some seasoning in here while this is all kind of coalescing. Now, as far as how much onions and all that you're going to use, I used basically 1.5, but it's up to you. It's however much you're going to want in your food. But now this, it's pretty strong, so I only do 2 scoops. If you want to do more, it's up to you, but it's pretty strong stuff, so I don't recommend it. Just kind of let that sit there for a minute. Okay, so as this starts to boil, you'll notice that there's clumps like this. There's 2 things you can do. You can let it boil out, kind of squish it in, or you can take it out. It's up to you. But once you get to this point, I like to add your corn, kidney beans, and the pinto beans. As you can see, this feeds a lot of people. Or it will just last you a long time. And you also want to get your potatoes cut up. I use 2 or 3, maybe 4, depending on how many people you're cooking for, of these red potatoes here, and dice them up, and that's what we use. Alright, and then you're gonna dice up all your meat while that's boiling and cooking. I also cut up these already, depending on how big you want them. You can do them like that, or you can leave them like this. Once you've cut up everything, go ahead and just throw that in there. You want to do this once your potatoes are soft, because this is all cooked, and so you don't need to recook. You just kind of need to, reheat it and kind of flavor it to what you've done. I've used a lot of ham. It's just because that's how we like it. Alright, and once it's done, you might get a little bit of this going on. Little curdles, like I said. At this point, you just kind of want to dig them out or leave them in, whatever. But the result is this beautifulness. So this is really, really good, just like this. But what we like to do is go ahead and cook one of these, and then that's what you got. And that is how you make Zuppa Toscanna.